Welcome to our daily reading for Monday, January 23rd, 2017. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you, how you ride these energetic waves that come through here. It's always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for that wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the musical playlist below. See if there's any personal signs or depth for this reading for you, or just enjoy the music. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in a moment for the reading. Hi. Welcome to our daily reading for Monday, January 23rd, 2017. We're going to start with the Bluebird Lenormand Oracle cards for the day. Let's get clarity on the energies coming through for us. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Let's get clarity and focus on the energies coming through for the day and wisdom for us all to ride these energies best. Let's start with one card for Monday, January 23rd, 2017. A nice focus and foundation for us all today. The Anchor. Number 35. So getting something solid, stable, secure, grounded. Usually this is something that comes through. It could be a partnership, an opportunity. It's a chance to do something that lasts. It's good for the long haul. It gets you grounded. It gets you in a stable position to move around your environment more securely. It could be financial. It could be a good idea that you plant into the earth, or something that you feel that is emotionally stable for you, because it's the water, it's an anchor. So it's putting your emotions in check, getting your emotions in sync, feeling secure with how you feel about something, and that grounds you. It feels like it's supporting you rather than like I'm getting like bobbing you up and down. You know, it's like pulling you down towards something that feels good. It feels like you needed to get grounded in this particular area, this particular relationship, this particular thing coming through. 35, it brings you to an 8. So it brings you back into power, back, turning the power back on, feeling secure, feeling stable about something. I'm getting security. I just thought of the sea, and then I thought of Brandy by Looking Glass, so I'll put that below. That was weird. The Anchor's a sign of a stable event. Bask in sunshine, secure and content. So when I think of the sun, I think of an opportunity. I think of truth, something in the spotlight, something shining in your world, something you need to step into or you feel good about stepping into, something that brings growth into your world. When the anchor is some distance away from you, hope will fade and leave life askew. So, hope will fade. An anchor is some distance away from you, hopes will fade. So if you feel like there's something bobbing up and down, or there is something that's teetering in your world, or you're tossing and turning, or torn between, I just thought of Torn by Natalie Imbruglia. Maybe a decision that's coming through that you're trying to make. Maybe it starts with heading towards what feels stable for you, feels real for you, feels good, like maybe I'm getting a decision for you. So maybe it starts with one decision, and that starts to ground you a little bit and makes you feel a little more firm about something. Maybe you have to be firm on something. Be stern, say yes, say no, cut the bullshit away, allow some balance. Maybe you need to come up to the surface and breathe a little bit to feel secure about getting something, you know, solid. But maybe you need to have some breathing time or surface time, or I'm getting something breaking through, like a breach. So maybe something broke through, or information comes through today that brings some clarity on where you need to put your anchor. So don't stay on the surface of something for too long when you see the right position ahead of you. When you see that right, I'm getting position, almost like a job or position in a conversation, or stance on something coming through. When you feel like you should put your foot down, put your foot down. I just heard these boots are made for walk-in. There's a lot of music coming through already. So let's get clarity on this. Let's move along to the Angel Tarot. Clarity on 35, the anchor. It makes me think of like just over a month for some reason. Like maybe something takes just over a month to start to feel secure, to start to feel like you're good in that scenario, that relationship, that situation that you're in. Maybe you feel like it's still at the surface of something, and it takes diving deep into something to feel like it is secure in your world. Maybe it's not a quick drop of the anchor. Maybe it starts with a lowering of the anchor, you know, so you don't feel like it's pulling. I'm getting like if you drop the anchor too fast, and it, like either it's bobbing you up and down, and it's making something feel unstable when it really is secure. So maybe you just need to do something a little with a little more patience, a little more like patience in your timing, taking your time on something, lowering something down slowly, letting something unfold slowly so you feel secure the whole way. I'm getting like, so you don't drop anchor and it hits bottom and like tug you down for a minute. You know, if that happened and you hit bottom on something, maybe there needs to be a slow progression to the surface, you know, and not just quick up to the surface. Maybe you just need to start to lift something up, like lift the weights a little bit at a time, you know, cut the strings one at a time so that you lift yourself slowly. I'm thinking of scuba diving right now. So you want to come up slowly, so you decompress properly from that situation. So take care of each thing that you have around you that you can cut loose. If this is you, if you're not putting something down into, you know, into the ocean, into emotion, into stability on something to ground you, then perhaps you're getting away from something that was holding you down before that wasn't good for you. And you need to cut away at something slowly, you know, what you can do to let something go so you can head towards another space that has a better anchor for you. That doesn't feel like it's tugging you down, but it feels like it's securing you. Like your world secured. Oh, hold on. I just lost all of those cards. Hold on. None are upright. So let's get another card for this anchor. Clarity on, I keep getting like a month and a half or just over a month, or maybe something that happened a month ago, or maybe 35 years old, 35 minutes long, 35 days, 35 years, 35 months, something with the number 35 or 8. All right, let's get another card for the day. The Six of Earth. So there's, look at, I see this as like, it looks like, I don't know, I see the anchor here, and then I see this like flipped over, almost like it's a reverse anchor. So it turns into the balance here. So maybe there are two situations or two anchors or two decisions that you need to make, or you're finding balance between working with two different things, two different areas in your world, two different children, two different jobs. Having like a work life and a romantic life, or hello, or putting something else on your scale that wasn't there before. So the Six of Earth is finding balance, but it's not always perfectly balanced. It's toying and playing and fiddling around with something to make it work, to make it feel good, to make it feel right. Sometimes this is gifts coming through. It's Earth, so it's pentacles. So it could be a gift coming through, but I feel like it's not just about the pentacles. It's about the energy exchange. It's perhaps like teacher, student, or having a service provided and somebody who needs that service. Like if you have a talent in an area, I'm getting like an instrument or something that you do, and I'm getting like handyman, or like, yeah, like hammering, putting something together, building something, something that you do with your hands, maybe something artistic, and somebody doesn't have that artistic flair or that way of fixing up something that goes wrong around the house. Like I'm getting like plumbing, or like I'm getting like redoing a room or something like that. And perhaps there's a friend you know that has a skill, like I'm getting like a carpenter or something coming through, and they can help you. You know, maybe you just need to ask around, and that help is out there if you just spread the word or put the word out there, or allow something in, allow some help to come in. Maybe you can't do it all yourself and you try to do everything with yourself, and in the end it's like a duct tape solution. So maybe there's a better way to do it, and there's a more secure way to get something done so it's done right from the beginning. So someone has some good advice, even to just point you along the way so you can do it yourself right. And, you know, I'm getting like precision for some reason, but I'm getting physical energy, physical labor, physical attention in your energy to do something and get something done hands-on. But maybe that's not you. Maybe that's someone else who can put that physical attention somewhere into your world. I'm even getting like body work, like massage therapy or physical therapy or energetic therapy, something like that coming through, healing. Maybe an adjustment somewhere like that will be helpful. Maybe if you're stagnant and sitting down at a desk a long time, it's going on a walk. And that puts something back in your scale. It puts more energy, more endorphins in your world, so you feel better when you go back to work and you're sitting on your butt. Or you're driving for a long time and it's taking a break at the, like, you know, like your pit stop, or I'm getting like a restaurant or something where you take a break, you have a picnic, you eat some food, and you refuel, you know, your transportation and yourself. So, you know, you're walking around and moving things around. I'm getting exercise somewhere. And like advice, when I saw the pit stop or the, like a truck stop or something, I saw like two people sitting down eating together. But I'm getting like a brown bag, like your own packed lunch, maybe something healthy. You know, maybe it's bringing something with you. You know, there's not, you know, it's all fast food where you're going, so you prepare ahead of time. You know, you pack a lunch, or someone packs a lunch for you, or comes through in the middle of your journey with something helpful or healthy on your plate, rather than something like, I'm getting just like valueless. You know, like it looks like it's a lot of value and it's a fancy, like I'm getting like potato chip bag or something like that with a fancy label, but you put it on there and it's just like empty. It's valueless. So there's something to put on your scales today that feels like it's valuable. It feels like it's worth having there. It's worth putting into your world, adding to the mix, making a decision to add this, to go that way, to fix this, to move this around. I'm getting a conversation. So I'm getting like nutritious conversation. So juicy conversation you're into, value in time, in energy exchange. Perhaps like signing up for something, I'm getting babysitting all of a sudden. So maybe there's a babysitter coming through so you can do something valuable on your scale, or you can do something with babysitting, taking care of somebody else's children. I mean, Six of Earth, that's not necessarily a money exchange. It could be a nanny situation. Maybe you're a nanny, or you're good with kids or teaching, or have a lot of energies around you that you know how to balance all those energies together. So everybody feels like they're getting a little bit, or the right amount of attention is what I'm getting. I just saw like a teacher all of a sudden. So, wow, there's a lot coming through with this. But I'm getting value more than money. If it's money, it's like value towards what can make you money, what you can put on your scale to bring maybe a home business or something on the side into your world that you do. But I feel like it starts with something you're good at, you're natural with, that you love. Perhaps you're a natural like helper kind of energy, or counseling kind of energy towards something with this thing that you do. Like people are drawn towards you. Look to what that is. You know, what do people compliment about you? What do they say? Thank you. That was awesome. I really appreciate you doing that, or knowing about that, or having this thing for me, or pointing me in that direction. Pay attention to that today, and where that maybe comes through consistently for you. And if you feel good about doing it, if it's possibly something you could do as a creative expression. I'm getting a book, writing, or I'm getting like representing something. So maybe a company, maybe a spokesperson for something that you speak highly about and you are on board with, like you feel like you're good and you're real with, like you're speaking your truth because you're really solid about this thing that you know about. Maybe this is knowledge you have and you can anchor something down so it can bring more abundance on your scales. This could also be you lifting something off your scales, that empty bag that feels like it's, you know, just not doing anything anymore. Or it could be that something feels really heavy on your scales and it's imbalancing you somewhere. So take the heavy stuff away, put that nourishing stuff back on, and sift through what feels like it's a little bit flaky. You know, like it's just a little bit of like glitter on the surface, but no value behind that. Glitter, not gold, maybe. So give some money, time, or effort. New career, opportunities, and receiving a loan or paying off debt. That's nice. So it could be something coming through to help you pay a bill. Like sometimes when I see this card, I feel like it's finding money in your pocket. It could be like that. Or having something come through unexpected you forgot about. Figuring out how to pay off some of your debt so it's not so hard to do in the future and it feels easier. Maybe paying ahead on something so you have that pocket in the future. If you have a little extra, perhaps if you have a payment on a house, on a car, on a property, on your loans, on anything like that, perhaps you can make a little extra pocket every month or when you can. That doesn't feel like a lot off your scale, but in the long run, it makes a difference in your credit. You know, in the long haul, perhaps that's just a couple months at the end that you're free. You know, you released yourself from something later down the road because of something good you started now. So it doesn't have to be huge. It can be just a little nugget of something that you start. You know, a little bit of something valuable that you tuck away, like all your change, you know, that you have. Put it somewhere and save it up and save it for a vacation or something important to you, valuable to you, but doesn't feel like it's money out of your pocket every day. You know, but in the end, that adds up to be a lot when you need it. Or I'm getting like a cushion for something. So see where you can make a little cushion, maybe starting today, or where advice comes through to perhaps, you know, start you on a new path, a new way of doing something so it's easier. So it's not always like the rush at the end, the procrastination, and then the heaviness, and then that lift of when it's all done, and then the heaviness, and then the lift. So that's cool. Let's get another card. I have the Art of Life Tarot here. Let's get another card for the Anchor and the Six of Earth for Monday. feeling like you're coming back into balance. You know, it's not going to always feel balanced, but you're figuring out how to find that center way through. So you feel grounded the whole way through. I'm getting like, I don't know, I'm getting the anchor moving with you on your journey, but it's like, it's almost like the sword and the stone. You're the only one that can move that anchor. So maybe it takes some effort from you to start to do something. And once you start, it's effortless. It's like it's moving with you, with the tide, with the changes that come through on your journey. All right, let's get another card for the day. Hello. Hi, Vincenzo. Clarity on the anchor and the Six of Earth. The Six of Pentacles, the Six of Coins. Hi. Hi. And we have Death. So this reminds you what you need to let go, because there's a phoenix rising coming through. This is reminding you to live. It comes through when there needs to be something that you just have to shed, let go, like shedding that old skin and growing brand new big wings. Flying free in a situation that you were just held by before, that was keeping you bound before. This is the opportunity to live again, to do something different, to feel free again, to get through that dark tunnel and to pop out into the sunlight again. You know, to see something a different way, to transform a situation that felt insecure, dark, damp, down, you know, like you didn't know what was happening, what was going on. It was like you were that caterpillar and you needed to figure out how to get to the cocoon. And then you were completely confused by what was going on. But once you burst out of that cocoon, you're free and you're something new. You know, everything around you looks different. Everything that you need to handle and accomplish feels different. Like you do it a different way. Like you have a different spark, a different light, a different lightness on it. Like a different energy surrounding your same situation. Maybe you're out of that old situation finally. It's done with. It's complete. It's over. It's time to let something go here. You know? It could be that there was something buried away as well. And it had to be like brought up to the surface, dug up a little bit. So you focus on it and you see it and you can release it. You know, if it was buried under the surface there for a long time and nothing ever came out into the light, sometimes this comes through to bring something to light. So you can say goodbye. You know, so you can have some closure. So you can change your mind about something. So you can do something a totally different way than you did then when something was always being buried away. You know, I'm getting like blinders or like, you know, like under the sand, like burying something away and then completely forgetting about it. Like not dealing with it, not wanting to deal. This comes through and gives you the chance to deal with something so it can completely transform that situation you didn't want to deal with before. So it's beautiful. In the end, it could be a little rough, you know, a little bit of a uncomfortable situation, you know, when you're spreading your new wings and you don't know what's going on. You have to learn how to fly. You have to learn what you can do. You have to learn what can be different here. What can you change? What can you do? You know, sometimes death is a little bit scary because it's facing the unknown. But once you step into the unknown, you get to transform in the light. Death twitches in my ear. Live. He says, I am coming. We all have our moment. You know, we're here to live with the day that we have, the time we have, you know, to experience every moment we have along our journey and not get wrapped up in where we're going. You know, we don't want to just look at that big picture and the big destination point and forget to live along the way. And you don't want to get focused on the past and everything that happened and everything that brought you the strength and, you know, the blessings to get you where you are now, to see things as you see them now, not where you were and not who you're becoming, but where you are right now. We're always growing. We're always becoming. Always. Forever and ever. You know, it's always going to be a constant growth. But sometimes it's up to us to actually let something go so we can allow ourselves to grow. We can allow ourselves to blossom and become something better than what was going on before, what we were before, better than we ever thought we could be. This is giving us the chance to live, to experience. I just see a slip and slide, like getting on that water slide and going with it, you know, not standing at the top and being scared, but deciding to just go with the flow, dive in and let it go. Even if you get a wedgie when you get to the bottom, just, you know, stand up straight, brush yourself off, and go on the, you know, the next slide next time. I'm getting the higher one, you know, the one you were scared of before. Try it out, you know. Maybe it starts step by step. Start with, you know, the small diving board and then go to the high dive later. Or maybe you're ready to just dive on in, but it takes doing something, moving somewhere, climbing up, climbing down. Perhaps you're on the wrong level now, and it just takes coming down a little bit to feel a little more comfortable, checking out that area with the wings that you have, giving a little leap, and figuring out that you can still move farther, that maybe it's not so scary after all. So, one more card for the day. I'm going to switch the Oracle ending card to the Winged Enchantment. This is all birds. I like this. I like this deck. Let's get one more card, Clarity for Death. Also, Major Arcana number 13. So that brings you back into the 4, back into stability. You know, feeling secure about something, feeling good in your shoes. Now, again, for the first time, you know. One more card for the day. The Seagull, number 31, so that's also a 4. That's cool. That makes me think of the ocean. I love seagulls. It also makes me think of, like, by a river, by water. There's just like a breach. There's freedom here. There's breaking through something. There's so much sunshine and, like, heart chakra energy coming through here. Communication. See this card? Opening up your heart, spreading your wings, you know, flying free, letting something go, breaking through something. Like, surrendering, even. I'm getting like a surrender, letting something go, and just surrendering into the moment that you have. This card kind of just reminds me of this. By the way, that's my sister's painting, as is this. A lot of you make amazingly beautiful comments about the artwork, and it's usually my sister's. Some of it is mine, but the cool stuff is usually hers. So shout out to my sister's awesome artwork, and let's see what this is for the day. Number 31, Seagull, is... Oh, I am Seagull, master of the sea. That's pretty powerful. That's pretty badass, Seagull. I am legend on the waters. I am a ghost bird. I am the one who haunts those adrift in the storm. I have the way to maintain my bold position and defend a scavenger lifestyle. I take what I want, as my survival depends on it. If you want my advice, learn to take what is given while it's there. That's this. When the advice, when the information, when that thing comes through, offering a little help to you, say thank you. See it as a blessing to bring something beautiful into your world to help you feel better about what's going on in your world. And when you feel like you're the one that has that opportunity, that blessing to give to somebody else, do it. If it feels right, like you have that nugget of wisdom, that advice. I'm getting position, maybe a job for somebody, and you meet the right person and you feel like they're right for your business or whatever, maybe bring them on board. Give them a try, you know, give them a training session and see what happens if you feel that. I'm getting boss all of the sudden. So see which side of the scale you're on. It could be different positions at different times throughout the day. If you want my advice, learn to take what is given while it's there. There is always treasure where nobody looks. There are always paths no one has trod upon. Seek them out and make them your own. I am resource and plenty. I just thought of just making your own way, making your own direction, going through the side door, the back door, taking away all the doors all together and doing it how you would do it, or not even knowing how you would do it and just stepping in and starting. You're funny, Vinny. I am resource and plenty. I feel like you can just figure it out when you go. You don't need to have a lot around you. Even if you're in barren land, you can work with what you have. I feel like it's inside of you. You know? It's your connection to your divine self, to God, to spirit, to your angels. It's your connection to your instincts inside of you. It's your personality that's particularly, I'm getting plentiful and needed. It's your own particular energy that is important here, coming through. Not necessarily what you have to offer. You know, I'm not getting like it's necessarily what's necessarily about anything like in the bank kind of thing. I'm getting more of a value, a deeper value inside your soul and who you are as a person, what you have to offer as a person than what's sitting inside a treasure chest somewhere. I hope that made sense. Expand your horizons. I am guardian of the open shores. Look farther out to sea. The ships may be heading in your direction. Competition is wild, but instincts are keen. So don't worry about there being so many ships out there as well, whether that's opinions or things. Look more for the right ship, the right connection, you know, to come through. That right magnetic attraction to come your way. Like your right catch, I'm getting. I'm almost getting like a kingfisher. Even though we didn't get that here. I wonder if that's in here. I think of kingfisher all of a sudden. Maybe that's important. That came through. So, look further out to sea. The ships may be heading in your direction. Competition is wild, but your instincts are keen. You are navigating the chaos. You are exploring deeper waters. You are boundless supply. You are a seagull. You will find what you need when you need it, as you need it. So trust it will come through as needed. You know, if it's not coming through, maybe it's up to you to figure out what to do without everything necessarily being there. Maybe it's up to like an instinct thing. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. I love you guys so much. I'll see you soon.